Hey, welcome to the Wealthy Dentist Blueprint. This is a show where we help dentists build profitable, efficient practices and ultimately achieve financial freedom. I'm Phil Clark, and I've been working with dentists since 2002. I've seen it all. Most dentists are tracking the wrong numbers, but knowing the right key performance indicators or KPIs, it can absolutely transform your practice. In this series, we're going to be breaking down the most overlooked KPIs, and I'm going to show you how to use them to increase revenue, improve your efficiency, and grow your practice like a real business. Hit that subscribe button because you are not going to want to miss what's coming next. Today, we're going to start our series with case acceptance rate. This KPI could be the number one profit killer in your dental practice. What is the case acceptance rate? It's just a percentage of treatment plans that you present that actually get scheduled. It's not enough for a patient to simply say yes when they're in the chair. The real part is get them to book the appointment and follow through. Now, industry benchmarks tell us that a healthy practice should have a case acceptance rate of at least 70%. So why is case acceptance so important? Low acceptance equals lost revenue. Now, if yours is below 70%, we probably need to talk about that. If it's below 50%, you have a major revenue leak. You've already done all the work diagnosing these patients. Every unscheduled treatment means you're working harder for less profit. High acceptance equals high production per patient, better patient care, and a more profitable practice. How should you track your case acceptance rate? There's more than one way to do it. You might have an analytics tool like Dental Intelligence. If that's the case, the work is done for you. All you have to do is discern what it's telling you. If not, start by running a report from your practice management software. You compare the number of treatment plans presented to the number of appointments scheduled. Now that you know how to track this critical KPI, let's consider 5 ways to improve your case acceptance. First, let's improve the case presentation. Instead of just listing procedures or creating an itemized list, explain the problem, the impact on the patient's health. They need to understand why this is a good decision and the long-term benefits of treatment. Help them imagine the aftercare results. Next, use visual aids. Don't forget about your intraoral cameras, your x-rays, your digital scans. Help your patient see what's happening in their mouth and why they need the treatment. Third, be sure that you have financing options readily available. And whatever you do, don't decide for your patient if they can afford the treatment. That's for them to decide. Your job is to diagnose and show them a path to success, a way to get it fixed, a way to better health. However, cost is one of the biggest objections that we see. Just provide third-party financing or in-house payment plans to make treatment more accessible. Quick note, I don't like in-house financing. You're not a bank. The exception, if you're an orthodontist. Next, you want to assess your team. Do they need more training? Your front desk and assistants should reinforce the importance of treatment that you've recommended. You've heard that it makes saying yes easier when the patient gets confirmation from more than one source. Well, it's true. And fifth, follow up on unsure patients. Don't make the mistake that so many dentists make, assuming the patient will make the first move. Many patients, they do need time to think, but if you leave them to think indefinitely, your chances of completing that treatment is going down. Have a system for following up within, say, 48 hours. Do that with a phone call, or at the very least, an email. Let's look at a simple yet real-world example of what fixing your case acceptance rate can mean. Let's say your practice presents $100,000 in treatments per month, and your acceptance rate is, say, 50%. Well, that's $50,000 in lost revenue, and that assumes you complete the other 50%. Now, raising your acceptance rate to that minimum that I talked about, 70%, that means an extra $20,000 or maybe more every month without having to see more patients. That's $250,000 every year. Some dentists will say to me, "Phil, no worries. I'll just keep adding new patients and the numbers will work out." To which I respond, why add more and more new patients when all you have to do is improve your case acceptance rate? That equals a much better path to financial freedom and something everyone loves to talk about, work-life balance. Your case acceptance rate, it is one of the biggest factors in your practice's profitability. If you're not tracking it and actively working to improve it, you're working harder, not smarter. Hey, thanks for tuning in. And if you found this video valuable, make sure to like and subscribe, because next time in our series, we're going to be breaking down hygiene reappointment rate. It's another overlooked KPI. It could be costing you thousands. I'll see you next time on the Wealthy Dentist Blueprint.